Welcome to Grassroots Vegan. I'm David Kelly. So I thought I would just give you an update on how I've been doing on the starch solution, which I started around the first week of September and of this year. And it's working out really well. Now, if you're not familiar with the starch solution, this is a diet promoted by Dr. John McDougall. There's a book called The Starch Solution, and what he recommends is eating a diet that's high in carbohydrates, low in fat, and that's vegan. And he recommends eating 70% starches, 20% vegetables, and 10% fruit. Now, I have not been following the starch solution to those recommendations. Coming from eating mostly 100% raw fruits and vegetables, I'm still heavy on the fruit. I love fruit, and nothing's going to change that. But I'm not, on the other hand, doing a raw tofu style either. I basically integrate throughout the day fruits, vegetables, and starches. Some days I'll eat nothing but fruit. Some days I'll eat nothing but starches. But overall, over a week or a month or whatever, I tend to be heavier on the fruit. And it's just because I love fruit. Now, what really was significant, though, in deciding to do the starch solution and making that change from being mostly raw, and also I did do raw tofu for a couple of years. Even before the term raw tofu was around, I was doing raw tofu. What's different, what changed back in September was my way of thinking about all of this stuff. And that is, prior to doing the starch solution, I always believed that fruit, that we were designed, and this was under the influence of Dr. Doug Graham's book, 80-10-10, where he talks about how we are designed to be fruitarians. And he gives some pretty compelling arguments to back up that claim that we are designed as fruitarians. Just like monkeys are and apes are, so are humans. I no longer accept that as being absolutely true. I don't know. I mean, Dr. McDougall talks about us as being starchivores, that we are really designed to eat starches, and he makes compelling arguments for that claim as well. One of his strong arguments is that we have a very high level of the enzyme amylase, which is critical for digesting starches. And then he gives sort of a historical view on it as well, how humans have survived and thrived on starches for centuries now. And in fact, he goes as far as saying that that's really what enabled us to become more intelligent, far more intelligent than the lesser primates. So, they're all very compelling arguments, but I have more or less decided to not even get fixed into one point of view over the other. Like high-carb, low-fat vegans love to brag about the Southeast Asians and how they've thrived on rice and starchy foods, but they also eat animal products as well, just not at the same level as we do in the West. And so what are they? They are omnivores. So now, what are we? Frugivores? Are we starchivores? Are we omnivores? Are we herbivores? It seems like as humans, we're able to thrive in any one of those types of diets. And so for me, it's kind of like I love eating fruits. I love eating vegetables. I love eating starches. And so I include them all. And what is of main importance for me is whole plant-based foods, and eating vegan is also important for me as well. So how do I do it personally? Like, here's the deal. If I'm eating nothing but starches for a period of time, I start to crave fruit. If I'm eating nothing but fruit for a period of time, I start to crave starches. And I tend to follow my cravings. Now, that doesn't mean I'm recommending that you just eat what you crave, because, well, if you're used to eating junk food, then you're going to crave junk food, and I would never want to recommend you to just follow your cravings in that sense. If you're an alcoholic and you haven't had a drink in a while, you're going to crave a drink. I would not recommend you to go out and get a drink. So it's not that simple. It's just that I have been doing the high-carb, low-fat vegan for a number of years now, and I've reached a place where I tend to crave healthy foods. I don't really crave junky foods. I don't really crave anything that's bad for me. So I'm able to listen to my body. I'm pretty in tune with my body. I'm not bragging here or anything like that, but I do feel a lot more connected to what my body is telling me. And if it's telling me I need to eat the starches, I'll eat the starches. If it's telling me I need to eat the fruit, I'll eat the fruit. And it even comes down to specific kinds of fruits too. Like, I might crave a certain kind of fruit, and it usually happens that fruit is in season as well. For example, clementines have been in season, and I've been just loading up on those. So, you know, this is how I eat now. I'm not following necessarily 100% starch solution. I'm not doing raw tofu. I'm not doing 100% raw. I love fruits, I love vegetables, I love starches, and I'm eating them all, and I integrate them throughout the day. And some days I'll eat nothing but fruit like I did today. Some days I'll eat nothing but starches. And then I'll go back the next day eating fruit, or I'll just integrate it throughout the day. And I'm finding that this is really working well for me. I find it to be liberating because I'm not fixed in any kind of idea on what, you know, as humans we are designed to eat. I'm not fixed on, you know, I can only have starches at 4. I'm not fixed on, oh, I can only eat raw and fruit is superior. I'm fixed on eating healthy. I'm fixed on eating high carb, low fat, vegan, and it's great. It's working out really well. I love the fact that I can save a lot of money by including starches in my diet, so that the extra money that I save, I can spend on high quality organic fruits. I love the fact that it works out socially well for me, so that when I'm eating with non-vegans, it's a lot easier. And what else? And it's healthy. It's healthy. I'm thriving off it. I'm energized by it. That's it.